Welcome to the Warframe Weapon Encyclopedia, where today we're checking out the Cobra and Crane Prime. Now, since this is a primed weapon, the only way to get it is to assemble it from its primed parts, which you can either get yourself by opening specific relics or by buying the parts from other players. But since relics rotate in and out of the game quite frequently, I will leave a link to the official Cobra and Crane Prime Wikipedia website in the video description so you can check it out and see which relics you want to go for or if they're even obtainable. The Cobra and Crane Prime is a Master Rank 14 sword and shield that does 300 damage per hit, which is actually quite a lot, and out of that 210 is impact and 90 is puncture. There's no slash here. It's actually fairly fast. With a base attack speed of 1, it has solid range of 2.6 and mediocre follow through of 0.6, and it comes with an 18% crit chance, a standard 2x crit multiplier, and a very high status chance of 38%. But wait, there is more. Just like the standard Cobra and Crane, the Prime also does not have an air attack. It instead makes you throw the shield at an enemy that's up to 20 meters away, doing a little bit of damage to them and knocking them down, which opens them up to a ground finisher. This clashes with slam attacks quite a bit, and it sometimes bugs out where it will do both, where you throw the shield and then you do a slam, though it's not a regular slam where you just slam into the ground. You instead sort of float down and give the ground a little bonk. And finally, as this is the signature weapon of Baruch, if you use it on Baruch or Baruch Prime, the first hit of every combo will put any enemy hit to sleep for 2 seconds. Now, as far as the build goes, I like this one the most. Not only is it zero forma, but it also works really well. It runs Virulent Scourge and Vicious Frost for viral and status, Volcanic Edge for heat and status, then Blood Rush and Organ Chatter for crit chance and damage, Condition Overload for just generic damage, then Berserker Fury for attack speed, and finally we have a flex slot, which I filled with primed reach for a bunch of extra range. This is a flex slot though, as I've mentioned already, so if you want more status, you can slap in Weeping Wounds, which is gonna scale your status through the roof. You can put in a primed smite mod for a bunch of extra sweaty damage, or you could put in Molten Impact, which is gonna give you a far better ratio of vital and heat. I really like the extra range though, especially since the weapon is strong enough, even with primed reach, to do pretty much everything on the regular star chart, including all 3 sorties. So you can happily run primed reach until you get into some high-level steel path. The biggest change from the standard Cobra and Crane, or rather 2 changes, are number 1, attack speed. More attack speed is always better. And number 2, the crit multiplier, which went from below average 1.5 to a standard 2. Which means that even though the other stats didn't really improve by that much, the Prime is considerably better than the standard one. It is by no means perfect though. The damage distribution is just not good. The shield throw is pretty weak sauce, and the crit chance could definitely be higher, but none of that really matters because it's a sword and shield, and the stances for swords and shields are amazing. So even though the weapon doesn't look amazing on paper, it's actually very strong because it just gets carried really hard by the stance. So I'm absolutely going to recommend this one. And as always guys, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.